The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler. November 14th. Blessed Hugh Farington and Companions, Martyrs. Blessed Hugo is usually attributed the surname of Faringdon because he was born there. His real surname was Cook. The arms of his family, real or fictitious, were those of Cook of Kent. Blessed entered the Monastery of Reading, where he held the office of sub-cameralage when he was elected abbot in 1520. The abbey was important because it included a seat in the House of Lords, and whoever held it was a county magistrate. Abbot Hugo took an active part in the execution of these civil duties, although some hostile chroniclers claim that he did so without any discernment. In any case, Leonardo Cox, Reading's schoolmaster, did not consider him as an illiterate, since he dedicated a work of rhetoric to him. The Blessed maintained discipline in his monastery and could not stand the preachers of the new doctrines, whom he described as heretics and unscrupulous men. However, when he began to exercise the office of abbot, he was on very good terms with Henry VIII, perhaps on too good terms. Indeed, the king came to visit him and called him my own abbot, and he sent as a present to the monarch some hunting knives and some trout caught in the Kennet. It did not stop there, but the abbot went so far as to sign a petition to Clement VII to annul Henry's marriage, and gave Henry a list of books that could help him plead his cause. In 1536, he signed the Articles of Faith of the Convocation, which virtually recognized the Royal Supremacy over the Church of England. Still in 1537, the abbot enjoyed the king's favor, since he took a very prominent part in the funeral of Queen Jane Seymour at Windsor. A few weeks later, he offended the monarch by informing Cromwell and the abbot of the neighboring Abingdon Monastery that there was a rumor that the king was dead. A commission tried him and released him. In 1539, the great monasteries were suppressed. Everyone knew that the Abbot of Reading was unwilling to surrender his. Hugo was confined in the Tower of London on a charge of treason. With him were tried Blessed John Eynon and Blessed John Rugg. Eynon was a priest of the Church of St. Giles in Reading who had already had difficulties with the authorities for having copied and distributed the proclamation written by Robert Aske on the Pilgrimage of Grace, 1536. Rugg was a prebendary of Chichester who lived in retirement at Reading Abbey. Among other things, he was accused of having kept a relic of the hand of St. Anastasius, knowing that His Majesty has sent visitators to the said abbey to put an end to such idolatry. It is often claimed that these two priests were monks, but this is not proven. As in the case of Blessed Richard Whiting, we do not know in what terms the sentence was formulated. However, it must undoubtedly have alluded to the denial of regal supremacy, since Blessed Hugh spoke clearly on the question on the scaffold, saying that the supremacy of the Holy See in spiritual matters was the common belief of those who have the greatest right to declare the true doctrine of the Church in England. The execution of the three martyrs took place in front of the door of Reading Abbey on the same day that the monks of Glastonbury were martyred. All three were beatified in equivalent form in 1895. The Diocese of Portsmouth celebrates their feast on November 14th, while the English Benedictines and the Archdiocese of Westminster celebrate it on December 1st.